historical drama unfolds as the Philippines and China engage in a fierce tug-of-war over the Scarborough Shoal, also known as Panatag Shoal or Bahwa de Masinloc in Philippine Tagalog, and Huangyandao in Mandarin Chinese. But what's the real story behind this contentious issue? And how did it all begin? Let's unravel the history and dive deeper into the dispute. The rivalry between two nations has been going on for years, and it is rooted in events dating back in 2011. It was when China maritime surveillance ships harassed the Philippine seismic survey ship at Reed Bank. Reed Bank is located within the Philippines Declared Exclusive Economic Zone or EEZ. After months of diplomatic protests, Philippine ships withdrew from the region in April 2012, after it was reported that both parties had made an agreement to leave the area. However, Chinese ships made a comeback and have remained in control of the shoal ever since.
On January 22, 2013, the Philippines launched an arbitration case against China by issuing a notification and statement of claim in accordance with the dispute settlement provisions of United Nations Convention on the Law of the Sea. UNCLOS is a convention created to regulate the international order at sea, and both states are signatories of this law. In this arbitration, the Philippines seeks rulings in respect of three interrelated matters. First is to debunk the 9-dash line of China. Beijing stated that this 9-dash line of theirs is a historical boundary, but this same 9-dash line takes away 80% of Philippines' EEZ in the west. Second is to determine and clarify if this property is considered by the convention, whether as island rock, low tide elevation, or submerged banks. If it is an island, then the Philippines has an entitlement to a continental shelf. If it is a rock, then the Philippines would only be capable of generating a territorial sea no greater than 12 nautical miles. However, if this area is just a mere low tide elevations or submerged banks, then the Philippines would be incapable of generating such entitlement. The third one is the Philippines seeks declaration that China has breached the convention and by interfering with the exercise of Philippine sovereign rights and freedoms under the convention, and as well as to the fishing operations of the Filipinos.
Now, we're peeling back the layers of history to explore the primary sources that form the backbone of the Philippines' claim to Scarborough Shoal.
Another map presented by the Philippines is the 1734 Murillo Villarde map. It is a remarkable artifact that continues to captivate historians and enthusiasts. As you can see, based on the details on the 1734 Murillo Villarde map, the Philippine government claims that the shoal named Panacot or Masinloc on other maps lying to the west coast of Luzon Island is Scarborough Shoal. However, the 1975 map of China Sea debunks that claim as it shows that Panacot Shoal is different from Scarborough Shoal. Now, let's venture into the primary sources that China leans on to bolster its claim over Scarborough Shoal. China has brought historical claims into the spotlight. China's primary sources mainly consist of historical books, most notably the book on voyage routes, or Geng Lu Bu. This ancient text contains a comprehensive record of expedition routes undertaken by Chinese fishermen dating as far back as the Han Dynasty.
In the year 2016, the Permanent Court of Arbitration or PCA delivered a landmark ruling that decisively rejected China's expansive territorial claims and instead favored the Philippines. But how did the PCA reject China's claim?
First, the court ruled that the 9-dash line had no legal foundation under international law. China's failure to provide a clear legal basis for the line dealt a severe blow to its legitimacy.
Second, the court's decision reinforced the supremacy of UNCLOS in maritime disputes, emphasizing that this international treaty should govern the agreement of maritime boundaries and the resolution of conflicts. China's failure to adhere to UNCLOS principles undermined the legitimacy of its claims. Unfortunately, despite winning the arbitral case, China refuses to acknowledge this ruling and continue their expeditions in the Scarborough Shoal. The Philippines' legal right to navigation and other rights under the convention and arbitral ruling have been unjustly interfered with by China. They have unlawfully claimed our territory and prevented the Philippines from exploiting living and non-living resources within its EEZ and continental shelf. This is a question for our leaders. What do you intend to do in order to reclaim what's ours? If we won't defend our territory, then how are we going to live up to our virtue sa manlulupig di Gapasin, as stated in the national anthem? When is this tug of war over the Scarborough Shoal going to end?